So our next speaker is Dr. Chu Yan, who is professor and director of the Institute of Chinese Cultural Aesthetics of the New Era at the Beijing Institute of Fashion Technology. Now, Dr. Chu has received many awards in China for her fashion design and has her own clothing brand called Chu Yan. And her talk today, our presentation today, is titled Understanding Origins, Illuminating the Path Ahead, the Inheritance and Innovation of Dunhuang Costumes. Please let's welcome Dr. Chu.
Respected experts and friends, good afternoon. I'm Chu Yan from the Beijing Institute of Fashion Technology in China, primarily engaged in fashion design. It is a great pleasure to be here for the Oasis Symposium. My topic is knowing the origin, illuminating the future, the inheritance and innovation of Dunhuang costume culture. Dunhuang culture has profoundly influenced me. Over the years, the inspiration and aesthetic style of the majority of my design works has stemmed from Dunhuang art. Today, I would like to share my exploration and practice in inheritance and innovative design of Dunhuang costume. Dunhuang is a culture gem on the millennium-old Silk Road, standing as the only convergence point of four ancient major civilizations: Chinese, Indian, Greek, and Islamic. Costume in this context serves as the most vivid footnote to this dialogue of civilizations. The costume depicted in Dunhuang's murals and painting sculpture is a vital part of Chinese costume history and artistic treasures of medieval Silk Road fashion. These garments not only embody the fusion of ancient multicultural civilizations, but also stand as spiritual totems of traditional Chinese culture, characterized by their magnificent forms, patterns, and color. For me, Dunhuang is a face and a dream, an artist treasure for inspiration and a time tunnel traversing millennia. In recent years, I have focused on restoration or artistic reappearance of traditional Chinese costume along the Silk Road. We have journeyed to historical sites and music in Xi'an, Dunhuang, Xinjiang, and other Silk Road regions to trace culture imprints from thousands of years ago. Studying the history and art of the Silk Road reveals a fascinating truth. The ancient world was far more complex than we imagined it, with countless intricate connections still unknown to us. There are too many civilization codes waiting for us to decipher. In our journey of inheritance and innovation explosion, exploration of Chinese costume, we have always adhered to the concept of knowing the origins, illuminating the future. We must make great efforts to understand the history and Asian and thoroughly understand the authentic spirit of Chinese aesthetic. At the same time, we need to communicate it with the present of the world and embrace the future with an innovative attitude. One of the most important texts is the restoration and research of ancient Chinese classic costume. In recent years, we have cooperated with many domestic culture and museum institutions to do restoration research and innovative design of Asian costume. For example, we have conducted much research on the women's costume in Dunhuang mural and then displayed them through restoration and artistic reappearance. The costume of Tang Dynasty donor in Dunhuang have always been my main research subject. As one of the strongest and longest ruling dynasty in China history, the Tang Dynasty had a large territory and many ethnic groups with its borders. The colors of Tang Dynasty costume in Dunhuang not only carried the characteristics of the nation, but also absorbed many elements from other foreign cultures to expand and enrich themselves, reaching the heyday of the Chinese color system, the very rich and gorgeous tones in Tang Dynasty Dunhuang murals, which have brought me much inspiration in color design. Compared the shapes and patterns, costume colors are the most difficult in restoration works. Although the colors of costume in Dunhuang mural are abundant, the color of the murals come from limited mineral pigment, and many portraits have faded after thousands of years. I think the color system of Tang Dynasty costume must have been more complicated and diverse because people use many natural colors from plant, minerals, and animals to dye their clothes. Therefore, when studying the color of Tang Dynasty costume, besides treating the origins of Dunhuang murals, I also learned the traditional dyeing technique to find the real appearance of Asian colors. For example, the saffron dye, which was introduced to China, where the Silk Road brought a whole new color chapter to Tang Dynasty costume. This picture shows where the Tang Dynasty fabric were unearthed and collected, as well as the root of safflower spread. The three halo parts in the map, Xinjiang, Xi'an, and Japan, are the main place where the existing Tang Dynasty fabric were unearthed and collected. The blue line is part of the Asian Silk Road from the west to east, and the red dotted line is the route of the Asian Silk Road, spreading Asian work to Korea and Japan. Safflower dyeing was the first invented by the Egyptians. It was introduced to Dunhuang via the Silk Road, passing through ancient Persia and India, and then through Xinjiang, Turpan, and other places in the western regions. It also spread to other East Asian countries, such as South Korea and Japan along the Silk Road through the Chang'an. The root of safflower spread is the same as the root of the land Silk Road. Therefore, the exchange of color culture and the spread of the dyeing technology are consistent with the Silk Road. This road is not only an important section of the Asian Silk Road, but also a road for the exchange and spread of color culture, textile dyes, and dyeing technology. Between the East and West, in the Tang Dynasty, reflecting the open and inclusive attitude of the Tang Dynasty. To conduct in-depth research on color culture, I have also traveled to Japan, India, and South Korea many times to explore the inheritance of natural dyeing techniques. I once went to Japan to visit the famous natural dyeing master, Yukio Yoshioka, and asked him about the almost lost safflower dyeing technique. I hope to recreate the splendor of Dunhuang costume or Tang Dynasty costume by exploring the forgotten Asian dyeing techniques. I have also traveled to Xinjiang many times to find safflower production areas and the best dye for experiments. In recent years, my research on the restoration of Dunhuang costume has mainly focused on the custom of female donors in the Tang Dynasty. For example, the donor portrait of the governor's wife Wang of Taiyuan in cave 130 of the High Tang Dynasty depict the fashionable and luxury image of noble woman. The costume patterns at this time are richer and more realistic, such as screw-one pattern and flower medallion pattern, which integrate various decorative genes from the Silk Road, such as Greek art and Indian Buddhist culture, and become a historical witness to the cultural exchange between different countries at that time. The artistic reappearance of the Cao family donor portrait costume in cave 1908 of the 5 dynasties, consistent of hairpins, a white sleeve shirt, a long skirt, and a shower, truly reflects the luxurious fashion that noble women wore since the Tang Dynasty and was even more elaborate. Artistic appearance of Uyghur princess's donor portrait costume. The shape and color of the pattern on the costume worn by the Uyghur princess retain distinct ethnic characteristic, reflecting her religion beliefs. The pattern are significant influenced by the aesthetic culture of the Han nationality, embodying the interaction and integration of diverse cultures on the Asian Silk Road. In addition to studying Dunhuang costume, we also cooperate with other museums along the Silk Road in China, such as the Xi'an Museum, where we carried out the restoration research on the female costume of Tang Dynasty pottery figures. And the Xinjiang Museum, the 3 early Tang Astana silk-clothed painted wooden figures. We invited China top art and crafts master to explore and restore the traditional last Tang brocade weaving technology. Studied the sculpture, pattern, and color of Asian Chinese costume and the all-over way of wearing. We have deeply explored how Asian Chinese have given birth to such brilliance and gorgeous dress culture. Facing and studying such Asian Chinese culture heritage at close range has given me a great shock and profound understanding of Chinese costume aesthetic. Next, let's watch a video. I'm so nervous. It's a collection of the Tang Dynasty costume that I have restored in recent years, shown on the China National Channel CCTV program National Treasure, of which Dunhuang costume is the most important part. recent years, we have done a lot of exploration and discovery of Chinese color, Chinese skills, and Chinese patterns, and some exploration of inheritance and innovation design of natural dyeing skills and traditional weaving, dyeing, and embroidering techniques. With the hope of applying such traditional aesthetic spirit and skills to contemporary fashion design. Based on the inspiration brought by Dunhuang, I present the following works in my personal brand, Chu Yan, which are a design exploration in colors, patterns, and dressing styles, drawing inspiration from Dunhuang art, drawing inspiration from studying and restoration the costume of Tang Dynasty donors on the mural of the Mogao grottos in Dunhuang. I sought out the classic costume element of the Tang Dynasty and present them with modern and simple fashion design techniques. Through Dunhuang, I set out to explore the whole Silk Road culture in my fashion design over the years. Apart from Dunhuang, the gorgeous exotic costume of various nationality along the Silk Road have also brought a lot of inspiration of my creations. We have also participated in some important national level design project where Dunhuang art has also inspired me a lot. In 2022, I had the honor to participate in the design of costume for the Beijing Winter Olympic medal ceremony. I designed the Tang flower in Flying Snow series, also inspired by the Dunhuang pattern. At the Center Asia Summit in Xi'an in 2023, I designed the National Gift Series Silk Road Travel Look, mainly useful the new Chinese style suit presented to the 5 heads of state and their wives, and for the welcome dinner. In the past 2 years, we have also begun to design some Dunhuang element, culture and creative products for young consumer. We use the theme of 9-colored deer to do a series of original designs, including clothing, scarves, bags, sashes, and small rainbows. And so on. I also had the honor of providing Dunhuang economic with the design of some of the docents' uniform, in which a lot of Dunhuang's visual elements were used. Next, I would like to share another short video that showcases my innovation application of traditional aesthetic in modern fashion. Dunhuang culture and aesthetic have great openness, diversity, inclusiveness, and vitality, which lies behind its charm and energy that enable it to be remembered and shine throughout the age. I think that the best inheritance of culture is to transcend it. But to do that, we need to keep thinking, exploring, and comprehending. The Silk Road spirit of appreciating beauty in diversity and achieving harmonious coexistence highlights both the essence of Silk Road aesthetics and China millennial-old philosophy of harmony. It reflects humanity's shared pursuit the beauty through culture integration, a progress vivid document in the language of costume. Through meticulous design and craftsmanship, we appear to share the finest aspect of Chinese culture and aesthetic with the world. Costume as a cultural vessel can transcend time and space, not merely adorning our exteriors, but nourishing our lives and souls. Moving forward, the Silk Road ethos of inclusiveness and creativity will continue to shape global fashion, celebrate culture diversity, while fostering innovative expression of beauty. This is the end of my share. Thank you so much.